During our time at the lab school, we saw a vast amount of learning opportunities throughout each room and the outdoor play area. Based off of Indigenous values and beliefs, Seneca's ECE Lab School implements a holistic approach to their learning. The supervisors focus on teaching the children to perceive their natural environment as being the basis for future education, no matter which path they take. The natural materials such as wood, glass, stone, and grass, play objects, textures, neutral colors, the themed corners of each room, and the act of being aware of their surroundings help the children teach themselves about the simplistic lifestyles that Indigenous cultures experience daily. As children play and interact with others on a daily basis, they develop strong thinking skills, good behaviors, and other abilities, which also play a big role in gaining their own sense of independence as they grow. We enjoyed experiencing many aspects of Indigenous culture from a different point of view, and we would be very interested in incorporating more Indigenous studies for future generations to come.
When entering the ECE school in Seneca, there were many different ways that the staff organized the different settings, both indoor and outdoor. Inside, there were several different rooms. To start off, the toddler room. The toddler room was kind of dark and didn't have a lot of bright lighting. There were several activities for the children, such as arts and crafts section, in which they used modeling clay, and also a section in which they could paint. The preschool room was quite bigger than the toddler room and had lots of equipment for the children to play with. There were slides, a toy kitchen, stools, chairs, tables, and lots of different types of toys. There was also a lunchroom in which it mainly consisted of just chairs and tables for which the children could eat on. Lastly, there was a room in which they took their daily naps, which was very spacious. The layout and accessibility, though, was kind of small because the hallways that branched off to the different rooms were small. When we were standing there, the children that were entering in from outdoors, they had difficulty to pass by us, so we had to move and make room for them. On the other hand, the decor and layout consisted of mainly wooden objects and nature-related items. When analyzing the outdoor playground, I thought that it was not quite safe for the children due to the fact that there were random pieces of wood, a glass mirror, broken toys, and slides that weren't quite accessible for them. The wooden pieces could also cause injuries within children, such as blisters, cuts, scrapes, and etc. The staff told us that the children pick up the wood and make different kinds of statues, which I think is dangerous because the children shouldn't be picking up wood that isn't smooth and has sharp edges because they aren't capable of doing so. I believe that the children need equipment that is safe and accessible for them. The outside area was also not quite clean in my opinion. There were random things on the ground and it was not appealing. I believe that the children spend most of their time outdoors and have fun, so the outside area should be somewhat appealing.
I was able to talk to a couple of the educators out of the many that were there, and they had similar answers to my questions. I asked them, what do they do when working in groups or individually? I was told, every child is equal and no child is singled out. If one kid loves to play with leaves indoors, they do art or activities with the leaves, and outdoors they gather up the leaves so that everyone has a chance to play with them. The next day is someone else's chance to get their day. Each child has their own specialty, but the children are seen and treated as a whole. While the children do anything, there is always an educator watching to supervise the children to prevent injury. The role of the educator is to ensure that the children are comfortable and they have fun, but also learning life lessons and getting an education little by little. They do this so that the kids aren't just having fun. It's so that they learn to do certain things, or they figure stuff out on their own using their surroundings, like when they do activities or play outside. They have this freedom and do what they want with it.
Learners in the environment at the ECE Lab School are expected to play using what they have given to them. Children use untraditional toys when playing, making it higher risk. Children from the ages of 2.5 to 3.5 have playtime. The way they play is also interesting. It is called dramatic play. This includes imitative role play, make-believe play, and socio-dramatic play. Learners in the environment are encouraged to clean up after themselves. This is teaching the children independence. That's not the only thing that makes the children independent, though. They also have to use utensils when lunchtime comes. Children are Children are also encouraged to use their own words instead of screaming or crying. The HDLH has four goals for children: belonging, well-being, engagement, and expression. Belonging or community is present in the ECE Lab School. In the classes from the toddlers to the preschoolers, there is a lot of diversity among the children. Well-being. Having the kids play in an untraditional playground has a bit of a risk, but not enough risk to pose danger to the children. Engagement. Nurture over nature is present in the lab school. The relationship kids have with their caregivers are very important early on. Expression. The kids can truly express themselves by having more creative outlets like the art room or the reading room. Children learn through experience. It is important for them to make mistakes and learn from them.